Sir, something's not right. What the hell? So in logging, there's always an unwritten rule. If it can go wrong, it will go wrong. And you go from hero to broke real quick. I don't know what to tell y'all. We had an uh-oh, I guess is what you'd say. Probably a $5,000 uh-oh. I'm kind of trying to laugh about it, but I'm really upset right now. I don't know. What happened? Okay, first, I'm gonna say this. I'm not necessarily going to just slam tigercat over it, because there's some operator error here too. But this is a very poor design. This right there, that's the pin that holds this eye in this ear right here. Can anybody tell me where the ear, the little L piece is that normally sets on top? You know, it normally has a little old ear that sticks off. You got your pin that goes in here, and then you got a little old ear that sticks off over here or over there, and it bolts here. And even if the bolt comes out, that pin can't fall through. That's a poor design. I think they've already changed it. This was one of the first 620Es. And we didn't buy this machine new. We bought it secondhand. FYI. Shut that noise up. Anyway, I think our dealership has done told us before that they changed those. I can't remember. But I pointed them out to the operator the other day. Said, hey, look, that pin, that one bolt is a little loose. And I went to the truck, got a wrench, tightened it up. I said, keep an eye on it. Y'all look here. What's that doing? What's that bolt doing? Why is that bolt turning? If that bolt wasn't turning, that pin would still be in there, and this ram wouldn't be broken in half right now. I don't know. Right now is not the time for stuff like this to be happening, and we made a good week last week if we decide to fix this machine, because right now we may not fix this machine because we don't know what the markets are doing. Why would we spend $5,000 to whatever $7,000 this potential cylinder may cost. Because it's a turn cylinder, it may be more because they're just different. And why would we spend that money and they come out next week and lay us off? So right now is not time for this kind of stuff to be happening. And I'm not gonna lie to you, like I said, I'm not trying to sugarcoat it. I'm pretty upset. All right, the pin falls out. No, you can't see that down here, but when that machine, anybody who's run a machine for any amount of time, that pin falls out, it's gonna steer funny one way, both ways really, because whenever that cylinder over there is pushing out, this one's pulling in. When this one's pushing out, that one's pulling in. Those cylinders work in unison together, and whenever you lose one, oh, that's a big red flag. But what happened was whenever this pin fell out here, it dropped out, this come in, fell down, and it's beat on this plate right here several times, and then it come over, walked over in here, and it run up in this intersection here, run up in there and tore up God knows what. From what I can see so far, it just looks like it nicked the drive shaft and bent some brackets, but there may be something else tore up in there I can't see just yet. And then whenever it twisted the machine back all the way this way, bam, she snapped the end of her off. She is what she is, I reckon. Oh, and up in the inside here, it runt the cylinder too. There's a big old gouge in the cylinder where whenever it spit this end out, it nicked the ends, whichever end it spit out, it nicked the inside of that cylinder. So I don't know. We'll be back in a minute. God knows who, what, or with what. We'll be back. You had to close the door for the... Grab that blade and pull it over. Grab that blade. Yeah, that's what I told you. Grab that blade and just pull it over. Alright, so what we're doing, we're trying to get it straight. Y'all see how it's jackknifed over? We're going to try and get it back straight so we can get the cylinder out and get the cab, because you're going to jack the cab over. Jack over like that now. What we were trying to do is get that pulled back over, because this cylinder, you're going to have to jack that cab over. And if you jack that cab over, the way it was, it's going to hit this winch here.
This thing it didn't go no more.
Huh?
This thing it didn't go no more is going to push the damn plate up.
Heard that.
Thing is, we need to get it apart to see what it's messed up on the inside.
Yeah, you can see looking at it like this, that ram is...
Yeah,
I want to know the sound it made when that happened. That's what I want to know. We're probably gonna give that piece away as a giveaway.
Well, it's good and shiny, ready to go, and it's been banged on.
Yeah, that's...
Give us.
on late charge.
Drop his load off and then won't lay charge on the trailer, but I don't know what he.
There ain't no telling with that one.
I mean, that would be one load.
Alright, so we got the job relocated and we're set up in this very nice second fin you see behind. I mean, oh, let me rephrase that. Not very nice. That way some people don't get all butt hurt and call whoever and be like, oh, he's getting nice wood. Whatever. Anyway, if I take off running, I keep hearing something move over in the bushes. There's either another rat or a snake after me today. So, we got everything moved over. Well, not everything. The rubber tire and the mat trailer is still at the old spot over there. But we got Mickey in here, got my loader down the road, but with only one skidder going, it's just long enough drag and the wood's good enough. Mickey's keeping Michael covered. So there's no point in me putting another loader in there, making the set bigger and getting just sitting there watching Mickey work with a loader running burning diesel. So I'm gonna hang out around the set, trim truck, stuff like that. We doing a little bit of filming. Let's see, that's load number 2. I know y'all can't hear it, but you dang sure can't see it, but that's load number 2 leaving from over there. From this spot already. We didn't get set up till it's 12:40. I think it was like 11:50, something like that, whenever we finally started putting wood on trucks. So Mickey's pumping it out pretty quick. Looks like we're gonna get our quota for today. Cylinder on the 620. Matt is over there jacking the cab over on it and getting it loose, and then this evening I'll run over there with my truck and we'll just put the cylinder in my truck. Hopefully it's a simple thing of we can get our other cylinder and put it on. If that's a move Dad wants to make right now, I'm not sure if he's gonna buy a new one, get a refurbished one. We got to get that cylinder apart and see if the inside is as bad tore up as I think it is, to where it can't be buffed out and fixed. But so there's a lot going on right now. But while it's kind of quiet and I had a moment, I wanted to read an email I got from the Louisiana Logger Association. Like I've said a few different times, mainly I'm here for educating of the logging industry and stuff, and I feel that the Louisiana Logger Association has a strong positive message for everyone to hear, and I know their following isn't as vast as they would like it to be right now. So here and there, whenever, especially whenever they publish something like this, I would like to convey their message through my YouTube channel, because I know I'm reaching probably a different demographic than they are currently reaching. So anyway, they sent out an email yesterday responding to COVID-19, and it says, Louisiana loggers feeling the economy during the crisis. Louisiana Logger Association wants to send a word of thank you and acknowledgement to the amazing service in the healthcare community that the healthcare community is doing. Day in and day out, our healthcare workers are selflessly charging into battle, exhausted mentally, emotionally, and physically. Yet they are standing strong. Louisiana will celebrate this group of warriors for a job well done long after this crisis has passed. We want to thank all our other essentials, janitors, grocery store workers, restaurant cooks, pharmacists, delivery services, truckers, etc. We are thankful for the national team's president and vice president. The president and the vice president are aiding to our state in every effort to help Louisiana make it through. I thought I rehearsed this enough I wouldn't have this many stumbles. I apologize, guys. The Louisiana Logger Association is incredibly grateful for the work of our governor, John Bel Edwards, and his staff for the strength they have shown during this troublesome time. The united efforts of all state and local governments has been truly eye-opening of what can be done when all politics are aside. Thank you. We mean that, people. We really do. The Louisiana Logger Association drives forward during COVID-19 crisis. Who are we? Who are the Louisiana Logger Association? The Louisiana Logger Association is made up of loggers, timber harvesters, log haulers, timber owners, mill owners, logging crews, machine dealers, oil, gas, fuel distribution, insurance representatives, mom and pop stations. Those are huge to us. I know every one of my truck drivers stop every day at a mom and pop store to get lunch, and I know we do a few $1,000s a week in diesel expense at that one mom and pop shop just because it's convenient for our one truck to get his diesel there. We thank y'all. Lumber stores, cleaning dealers, tire distributors, parts stores, nursing home management, construction companies, trucking companies, just to name a few. There's an endless list, guys, and if we missed any, I apologize. We have a wide variety of members because in rural communities all over the state, logging is a way of life. Louisiana is fueled by a huge logging industry. Our harvesters and haulers provide over 8,000 jobs. Y'all think about that for a second. In Louisiana alone, the logging industry fuels 8,000 jobs. That's 8,000 families logging supports. That's pretty big. I'm kind of proud to say that. Not including other timber related jobs such as mill employees and stuff like that, probably timber like procurement people and whatnot. We are the essential part of the forest management that moves the raw product materials to the mills to produce things such as masks, filters, toilet tissue, disinfecting wipes, cleaning products, cellulose based pill fillers, latex gloves and other rubber protective products, wood pallets to move food, medical supplies and other critical goods, lumber, plywood for the makeshift hospitals, fuel for energy production and heating. Remember, timber is Louisiana's largest renewable resource and the only agriculture crop that pays in severance tax. Last year alone, in 2019, we paid $13,439,000 and some change in severance taxes. Loggers did. That fuels roads and all kind of other stuff that our industry helped support. We're the only industry that does that for agriculture. Louisiana loggers are not only filling these orders, but we're continuing to fuel the economy during this time of health and economic crisis, oil crisis, and commercial auto liability crisis. How do we do it? During these uncertain times, the Louisiana Logger Association is more than relieved to be considered essential. We are very thankful to be considered essential to where we can keep paying our bills, keeping these families that we have working for us, with us, keeping their families fed, and so on and so forth. But the timber markets are shrinking. The uncharted economy is moving down a path no one has ever traveled. Commercial insurance is still rising for loggers, and loggers still struggle to afford it. The industry is teetering as we have never faced in so many obstacles at once. Not once. I hate when I do that. Once. I meant once. But we will persevere, just like all loggers do. It is who we are as a people. We are innovators, and we will make something out of nothing with very little reward. That couldn't have been a truer statement. There is much fear moving forward in 2020. Unemployment is higher than ever, and more people are suffering financially. With this comes an unease that billboard attorneys and frivolous lawsuits will have more motivation, which in turn could be the demise of Louisiana's largest agriculture industry. We are encouraging the ambulance chasers to put their personal agendas aside and discourage this type of mentality for the benefit of the industry and the whole state of Louisiana. That's a whole other subject that I don't really want to get a whole bunch in, but Louisiana is just ravished with Sioux happy people. That's why whenever you drive down Interstate 10, 49, 220, 20, whatever you want to call it, North Louisiana, you see just billboard sign after billboard sign of lawyers and in a jam, call Sam, you know, that kind of stuff. Advertising for trial lawyers. It's killing us as an industry. That's killing us. The Louisiana Logger Association is waiting in anticipation to see how the 2020 regular legislation session will unfold. There are many significant bills that have been filed, and some on our behalf. We are hopeful that the legislator will deem them important enough to take their time and to hear them and move them forward. It is imperative that our 2020 legislators will resume and not only pass a budget, but to move forward on the issues that are plaguing our state. More than ever, we are pleading for your help. Louisiana will overcome by working together. Let's move forward, one crisis at a time. So I just felt like I needed to share that with y'all. I'm sure that's very boring and it's kind of way off from what I'm normally doing, but I told y'all I wanted to help educate with logging, and that's a message that we need to send. So
I know he's crap. He's talking crap. Oh, you just don't talk crap on that? That right there is how you lose an eye. Michael, that's how I lost my eye, doing this exact same one.
Is it really?
Yeah. Packing that hard one right there. And I figured out how to do it after I done it. How to put them in.
Yeah, they kind of tricky.
I was putting it in when it broke and shattered.
Really?
And the screwdriver broke.
Yeah.
I'm tired to get on the patio and limited modified drivers running around here.
Crazy that thing's only a few months old, huh?
Huh?
It's crazy that thing's only a few months old.
That?
Yeah.
No, it ain't no way.
What's that thing, about 7 months old? 6, 7 months old?
What's that back? Yeah.
Packing?
Waylon put it on about 6 months ago.
Both of them been repacked before I got on
They were put in and they run about a month, if that. And then
Went to leaking again.
They went to leak it again. They come out and ate that. And it's run about 6 months. Alright, so y'all got to watch the packing going back in. What we're doing now is we're putting the mechanic is putting the ram back in the cylinder. Michael's over there helping him. But y'all got to watch over here. Let's take it off, put the packing in it, put it all back together. We don't have but about a half load out, but that's okay. We're gonna have everything back going tomorrow. We do have a cylinder coming from Tigercat. If y'all look way down there, like right there, the work truck, Brady's down there topping off his track cutter. And we're almost done for the day. Working a little bit later. Matt, do you have anything to say for your actions today? No? You ready to go home? No. We need to talk about.
I gotta plant garden.
What did you do this morning?
Tore my skidder up.
Now, how did you do that? Me and Nikki's very curious because we've never seen that done before.
The turn cylinder pin fell out, and then I tried doing it by myself, which was not a good idea, and it went kaboom and broke the cylinder.
Well, I guess at least he's honest about it.
And the truth will set you free.
I just don't know, y'all. I don't know. I ain't never seen nothing like that happen. 14 years in the woods, I've never seen a ram break smooth like that, for one. Or two, come out and get run in that hole like it did. Have you?
You ain't worked around the nuts that I have.
Well, that's true too.
You ain't had enough nut balls.
What about you? Have you done something like that before?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
No, but I tore up a bunch of stuff.
Alright, what's the worst thing you've ever tore up?
I don't know. I don't even know where to start.
What's the worst thing you've ever tore up, Mickey?
Breaking that pole saw, baby. Broke that head completely off that thing.
You broke the head off a pole saw.
Yeah.
Alright, we need
Broke it off.
details now. How'd you do? What'd you do? Get mad and throw it?
No, he's cutting long rope.
That stuff was probably 30 foot long. Way up in the air. And I was sawed at the top. Never cut on the bottom. Whenever it went, ow, broke it off.
What about you, Matt? What's the worst thing you've ever done?
Broke that cylinder.
No, that ain't the first cylinder that broke.
That ain't the first one you broke.
I broke one smooth off a bucket before.
I don't know if I can afford to keep employing him.
Crap, did you break it off a bucket?
Alright, what's the worst thing you've ever tore up?
I threw a tree on a truck.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. A brand new work truck that was 3 months old.
Yep, that would probably take the cookie here.
Sit here and pulled it up in the road, and I was cutting alongside the road. And it was a good sized tree. It was about 30 inches. And about the top 10 foot caught it. Laid the driver window down on the dash. Yeah, I done that. All $26,000 worth of it.
I guess the worst that I've ever done, let me think here for a second. Inadvertently, the worst thing I've ever seen done on a machine while I was running it was we had the end of a cylinder, the nut come off inside the ram for a main boom cylinder, and then it shoved the boom straight up in there while I had trees in the head.
I've done that on the bucket.
That's normal.
That's probably the worst thing I've seen in person that I didn't actually by accident, you know, my screw up do. The worst thing I probably ever done was whenever I was maybe 3 months into running a cutter. We was cutting big logs, and I literally destroyed that 753 track cutter. It was a John Deere 753 G, a G, little old bitty thing, a Tonka toy. No, it was green. It was one of the newer green ones.
Had a bunch of rubber car shears.
I ripped the arms off that head. I ripped every rubber cover, every metal sliding cover on the boom. I ripped it all off in them logs, not knowing what I was doing. I've tore my fair share of stuff up in 14 years. Most of it was, though, just how in the hell did that happen type things.
The worst I seen when that head fell off that 750, no, yeah.
The head fell off?
Head fell off the 803, right there where they bolt up at the swivel. It had the 360 head and it fell off.
I've jerked the D-limber off.
You jerked the D-limber off.
I've had that happen too, in pulpwood. Not to me, but
hardwood.
in hardwood pulpwood. I've replaced it.
Now, how did you jerk the D-limber off?
All the bolts got loose in the turntable, and I didn't know it. And that bark and crap piled up around it, and I jerked it off. Wasn't nothing but 4 lines hanging there. Some bitch just fell over on the side.
But it didn't rip the lines off?
I pulled some lines tight though.
Oh boy, did it.
Yeah, pulled them tight.
That's
All
impressive.
9,600 pounds laying there on its side.
Alright, we're gonna wrap this video up, guys. As always, we appreciate all the support. Make sure y'all go subscribe for me. Like the channel. No, like the video. Yeah, Michael, what do they need to do?
I don't know.
He don't know. I'll tell y'all what y'all need to do. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment down below. And as always, we will catch y'all in the next one.
Yeah, go subscribe.
Yeah, go subscribe as Michael says. We will catch y'all tomorrow.